if you could go anywhere? Do anything? Meet anyone? Would you? But what is lucid dreaming? This conductive survey shows that a large percentage of people have heard of the term, but do not all know what it means.
What is lucid dreaming? Now, lucid literally means clear. Dreaming one thinks of as being only when you're completely asleep. However, with practice, some people do it naturally, but with practice, there is that sort of in-between stage where you are aware that you are dreaming. And in that state, you can, if you so choose, guide your dreams. It's that state between dreaming where you can recall what you have dreamt. It's not one thing for one people. Again, it's that state you are dreaming, but you also, you know you're dreaming.
Now, some of you might be saying, I don't even dream, but the truth is everybody has about 3 to 7 dreams a night. The problem is we quickly forget them. The first strategy towards lucid dreaming is keeping a dream journal. Keeping the journal improves your ability to recall dreams and helps facilitate lucidity. So every time you wake up, write down what you can remember, even if it's nothing, just to form the habit. The next step is performing reality checks. In a dream, something as simple as reading a sentence, counting your fingers, or checking the time can often go astray. As you're falling asleep, begin to think of a recent dream and imagine yourself becoming lucid. The idea is to reinforce the intention to realize you're dreaming in your dream. The idea behind this is to keep your mind aware while your body falls asleep. The risk here is that you'll experience sleep paralysis, a completely normal phenomenon that prevents your body from moving during sleep. Except you'll be awake, which can be somewhat frightening. The extra caveat with wild is that during sleep paralysis, the brain can play tricks on you, inducing strong feelings of fear and causing hallucinations of dark and scary figures approaching you.
Brian Hurd is a dream researcher residing in the Philadelphia area. I decided to contact him in hopes of his insight specifically on subjects relating to lucid dreaming, such as sleep paralysis. I told him that I have personally experienced lucid dreaming, lucid nightmares, sleep paralysis, false awakenings, and have seen what I believe to be shadow beings. I asked if he could share with me his knowledge on the smaller topics relating to the big idea of lucid dreaming. He responded and directed me to his website to gather more information on these topics. I did not find exactly what I was hoping for, but I was still able to gather basic information on sleep paralysis. Sleep paralysis can be triggered before, after, or during sleep when the brain awakens. The awakened sleeper can begin to feel paralyzed or experience hypnagogic hallucinations. They will also feel a heaviness in their body and inability to move their muscles.
Sleep paralysis.
It gave me sleep paralysis.
It's like when you wake up in the middle of the night, your eyes are open, you're aware of everything that's in the room, but you can't move.
It's basically when you're asleep and your mind wakes up, but your body doesn't, and so you can't move.
And I started feeling it coming on, and they hear the ringing in the ears, and all of a sudden I realize I can't move.
And you think whatever you were dreaming, I guess, is still happening.
But I know my dream felt so real, and I actually thought this was happening to me in real life.
I looked up, and there was a shadow, like a figure.
And there's this man in my apartment.
And I was scared.
It's so scary. It's very scary.
I was terrified. Terrified.
False awakening is a condition when you feel that you are sure you've woken up, but you're still in deep sleep, dreaming. The dreamer will falsely awaken into the room they have fallen asleep in, or something similar to that room. If a person was lucid, they will sometimes believe they are no longer dreaming and begin their morning routine as usual. The dreamer will continue with this until they realize they are dreaming or awaken, whether falsely again or in reality. An out-of-body experience is basically a phenomena of floating outside of your body while sleeping. Out-of-body experiences are far less consistent than lucid dreams. However, scientists believe that OBEs may be a type of lucid dream taking place in a dream environment that will mimic the actual environment of the dreamer. This means the person is simply dreaming that they are in their actual environment, and because it is lucid, they feel that it is real, resulting in believing they are having an out-of-body experience. This certainly falls short of the idea that a conscious form of the dreamer actually leaves the body and perceives their external environment while they are still asleep.
You know, what I'm trying to do by staying close to the data, I'm not trying to insist, well, therefore it's gotta be supernatural. I'm just saying, well, if you don't like the supernatural explanation, tell me the other explanation. And it's important to me to say, but don't say to the person who's had the experience and believes that it was supernatural that they're being irrational. They're not. They're being perfectly logical. And the more they know about the experience, the more logical their conclusion. For a lot of people, identifying something as supernatural is done by saying there's no scientific explanation for this. So it's a residual category. It's the things that science can't explain that become supernatural. Well, we're not saying that. When you talk about sleep paralysis with this presence seeming like a supernatural event, we're talking about positive identification of the characteristics people have always identified with spirit things.
I raised up, went through the door, just walked through the living room, and I have a glass sliding door for the patio or whatever, and I just jumped straight through it. And boom, I was like flying. There's gotta be something else out there, man, because I could see myself when I was rising out of my body, when I was sliding forward, I could see like my body, but my original body almost looked like a ghost, and I was actually just more of an entity, a spirit type being than anything.